Welcome to our Trust Your Gut program, where you can reset your hormones, conquer the body's stress response, and enhance health performance through our lifestyle guidance system. At this point, you've hopefully made the decision that a different route needs to be taken to accomplish your ultimate health goals. You may be experiencing a variety of symptoms that you can just manage with prescription and over-the-counter medications. Maybe you're just looking to be more committed to healthy living and using this program to prevent these ailments from appearing in the first place. We want you to rest assured that once we start addressing the underlying cause, your body will know exactly what to do to correct itself. Before we get started, I want to take you through an exercise. We're going to bring up a number of symptoms and conditions, and I want you to keep track of how many symptoms you may be experiencing and the number of conditions. Let's begin. Are you having clinical symptoms like pain, headaches, migraines, maybe thyroid or hormonal imbalances? Do you ever experience gastrointestinal issues like abdominal bloating or cramps, irritable bowel, ulcerative colitis, or Crohn's disease? What about respiratory conditions such as chronic sinusitis, asthma, or allergies? Have you ever been diagnosed with an autoimmune condition such as rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, or lupus? What about developmental or mental health concerns, such as ADD, ADHD, or anxiety? What about dreaded skin conditions, such as eczema, rashes, and hives? Do you have a history of food allergies or sensitivities? A history of antibiotic use? Or just trouble losing weight? If you are experiencing 2 or more of these symptoms, or one of these conditions, chances are you have leaky gut or intestinal permeability. Before we get into the details, let's take a look at what we're up against if we want to create health.
The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths.
We have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country.
18% of children are morbidly obese right now. We're on par to have 1 in 3 people be diabetic in the next 25 years. That's crazy statistics.
Have this very dangerous situation.
Large amounts of these substances have unquestionably been associated with clogged arteries, high blood pressure, diabetes, autoimmune diseases. Absolutely, the science is solid.
We're talking life and death.
Health organizations have become co-opted. They are taking money from the very industries who are causing the problems.
There's a very strong pharmaceutical industry and lobby that has a huge stake in preserving the status quo.
We've got a $35 billion statin drug industry. Would they ever want to see that go away?
The government's in bed with anyone that gives them the most money.
These are government programs.
Consumers have no idea.
We consider it normal that a town the size of the town I grew up in gets wiped out every year. If that many people were being killed by some terrorist group in the United States every year, we would find them.
From a community standpoint, from all other aspects, we're in a state of emergency.
They care more about cooperation than do people.
They spend at least $138 million lobbying Congress.
These companies really have a vested interest in making sure that the public doesn't have information about their effects.
Any little thing that comes up, man, they beat it to death.
They're trying to silence people into not speaking out and not showing the truth.
If that's where you want to go with this, I'm sorry, I'm not the person that you should be talking to.
The European Association of Science.
So you may be asking, what is leaky gut or intestinal permeability? Well, the human digestive tract is where food is broken down and nutrients are absorbed. The digestive system also plays an important role in protecting your body from harmful substances. The walls of the intestines act as barriers, controlling what enters the bloodstream to be transported to your organs. Small gaps in the intestinal wall, called tight junctions, allow water and nutrients to pass through while blocking the passage of harmful substances. Intestinal permeability refers to how easily substances pass through the intestinal wall. When the tight junctions of intestinal walls become too loose, the gut becomes more permeable, which may allow bacteria and toxins to pass from the gut into the bloodstream. This phenomenon is commonly referred to as leaky gut. When the gut is leaky and bacteria and toxins can enter the bloodstream, it can cause widespread inflammation and possibly trigger a reaction from the immune system. So what causes it? There are a number of causes for leaky gut. Let's go through them one by one. The first is excessive sugar intake. An unhealthy diet high in sugar, particularly fructose, harms the barrier function of the intestinal wall. Nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs. The long-term use of NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, can increase intestinal permeability and contribute to leaky gut. Excessive alcohol intake. Excessive alcohol intake may increase intestinal permeability. Nutrient deficiencies. Deficiencies in vitamin A, vitamin D, and zinc have each been implicated in increased intestinal permeability. Inflammation. Chronic inflammation throughout the body can contribute to leaky gut syndrome. Stress. Chronic stress is a contributing factor to multiple gastrointestinal disorders, including leaky gut. Poor gut health. There are millions of bacteria in the gut, some beneficial and some harmful. When the balance between the two is disrupted, it can affect the barrier function of the intestinal wall. Yeast overgrowth. Yeast is naturally present in the gut, but an overgrowth of yeast may contribute to leaky gut. Mainly, this is caused by too many rounds of antibiotics. If these causes are not corrected and left untreated, unfortunately, it can start to affect other organs and body systems. For example, for 90% of Americans experiencing hypothyroidism, or low thyroid function, it is caused by Hashimoto's, an autoimmune thyroid disease. Since most of the immune system is still situated in the gastrointestinal, or GI, tract, poor gut health is a significant factor in triggering and exacerbating autoimmune diseases, such as Hashimoto's. An important step in taming Hashimoto's is to repair gut health. The gut, the brain, and our hormones are meant to be in communication. They support each other and work together to make our body run smoothly. In fact, our intestinal cells have special receptors for hormones that allow them to detect hormonal shifts. When the gut is leaky and bacteria and toxins enter the bloodstream, it can cause widespread inflammation and possibly trigger a reaction from the immune system. Gastro symptoms of leaky gut syndrome include bloating, food sensitivities, stomach cramping, and other digestive issues. Extreme tiredness can also be associated with leaky gut syndrome. Your immune system is chronically overactive, which starts to fatigue the body rapidly. Commonly, this is where people start to rely on multiple caffeine drinks to get through the day. Common respiratory conditions, such as allergies, sinusitis, and asthma, cause occasional breathing difficulties. Because of the overactive immune response from the gut leaking, the mucous membranes and the lining of the sinus cavity and lungs become inflamed, causing respiratory issues. Eczema, psoriasis, and scleroderma are all conditions causing irritation of the skin or thickened areas of skin, which could be linked to leaky gut syndrome. Undigested proteins and toxins should not be released out of the digestive tract, but if an individual has increased intestinal permeability, these substances can get into the bloodstream, and your body tries to get rid of the toxins through your skin, causing a skin reaction. Gut bacteria, especially in the small intestine, have been linked to a range of diseases, including autoimmune conditions characterized by an immune system attack on healthy tissue. To shed light on this, a Yale research team focused on a bacterium they discovered that was able to get outside of the gut lining to lymph nodes, the liver, and the spleen. Your immune system tries to counter this from happening, which causes a self-attack on your own body tissues. This is how autoimmunity begins. Unfortunately, there are several hundred autoimmune diseases today because of the lack of knowledge and solutions for the cause of the condition. New research shows it's from addressing the microbiome and gut health.
Number 1, the microbiome to prevent, diagnose, and treat disease.
Our microbes have a mind of their own. They play a big role in health and disease. And the trillions of bacteria making up communities in our body are called the microbiome. chemicals emitted interfere with the way food is digested, medicine is deployed, and how a disease, like heart disease, metabolic disorders, or even cancer progresses. Discoveries are being made on potential of the microbiome to develop new diagnostics that can detect relevant microbe imbalances, that can create new therapies to correct imbalances, and can advance new probiotic products to prevent dangerous imbalances. A newly created National Microbiome Initiative will invest $121 million from federal agencies and another $400 million from outside sources to accelerate research and development and make the microbiome healthcare's most promising and lucrative frontier in 2017.
Well, today you've learned about the causes of leaky gut, what it is, and how it affects our organs and body systems. So it's time to resolve this. Let's get to the solution. As you can see, leaky gut shares many of its symptoms with other health conditions. This can make the condition difficult for doctors to identify. But you're in the right place because our office uses a doctor-supervised protocol not only to identify intestinal permeability, but also reduce and resolve the causes of it. We have a solution that's broken down into 3 simple phases. Phase 1 is our heal and seal phase. Phase 2 is detox and de-stress. Phase 3 is replenish and rebuild. Let's look at these 3 phases and their responsibilities. Phase 1, heal and seal. We must eliminate the things that are causing the issues in your gut, which are possible parasites, candida, and food sensitivities, which will give it a chance to heal. Then, we'll seal any gaps that may have developed in your gut lining, all while supporting your nutritional needs and removing the culprits that cause gut inflammation. We use our Blueprint Heal and Seal formulas, which serve as a fuel source and a precursor for the growth of rapidly dividing cells of the gastrointestinal mucosal lining. Phase 2, detox and de-stress. We understand that the gut lining has been damaged for quite some time. So now, since the gut is sealed, the digestive tract needs to be cleared, and the blood must be cleansed. In order to do that, we use our Blueprint detox and de-stress formulas to help support gastrointestinal function and balance detoxification by binding toxic metals and pulling them out of the body safely, while also killing underlying bacteria and viruses, which will help clear the body's debris from years of damage. The reason most people do not do well on detoxification programs is because their gut hasn't been sealed, and they do not have a good binding agent to pull the foreign invaders out of the body. They also usually do not have the support to reduce the amount of stress that is put on the body during this time. Phase 3 is rebuild and replenish. Now that we've gotten the parasites, candida, and food sensitivities at bay, while sealing the gut in our heal and seal phase, and removed bacterial, viral, and microbial pathogens, and bound toxins and heavy metals with our detox and de-stress phase, it's time to rebuild the microbiome. We call this Phase 3, rebuild and replenish. We first reintroduce the balance of a healthy digestive tract by addressing its acidifying factors, by providing a formula that balances hydrochloric acids and provides enzymes. Then we will reintroduce probiotic health, which are found in our Blueprint Biotic Pro. This provides beneficial bacteria, including the extensively studied HBN019 strand of Bifidobacterium lactis. Then we introduce specific colostrum to modulate a healthy immune response, which supports the thymus, which is known as the command center of the immune system. Now that you know that all these symptoms have one main cause and one main solution, let's look at what needs to be done to get you moving in the appropriate direction. First, we want to assure you that you will have all the tools you need. Our handbook and online resources walk you through in detail what you've learned today about leaky gut and how it relates to the conditions that you have been concerned with. But most importantly, we will guide you through the step-by-step process that gets you moving in the right direction. There are certain dietary and lifestyle changes that will help you improve your gut health that are shared with these resources. Dietary tips such as how to eat healthy on the program while dining out, eating to boost beneficial gut bacteria and reduce food sensitivities, eating foods rich in prebiotic fiber and what those foods are, reducing weight, but eating more. How to avoid sugar and artificial sweeteners without getting cravings. The guide also covers lifestyle changes on how to improve your overall health, tips on exercising regularly, getting enough sleep every night, reducing stress, and avoiding unnecessary use of antibiotics. And a specific nutritional and supplemental protocol that only our doctors provide and have access to. Our protocol is doctor supervised. Therefore, you will not be able to find this protocol or nutritional supplements in stores or online. You will get 24/7 online communication and support from our staff and doctor. Daily motivational emails keep you on track. Daily recipes satisfy your taste buds. And we even have an app where you can do everything right from your smartphone. I know what you're thinking. I'll have access to support all the time? Absolutely. Let's review the phases of care that are going to guide you back toward health and healing. The supplemental resources to heal and seal your gut are the following. Blueprint Bone Broth, or Plant Pro NG if you're vegan. These powders are a no-grain, nutritional food source of protein. Blueprint Cleanse reduces the abundance of Candida overgrowth. Blueprint Remove is what helps with underlying parasitic infections and gently removes them. Blueprint Seal is the formula used for sealing the intestinal tract from leaking. You'll also receive a medical device that helps you detect your food sensitivities in real time. Synergistically, this all works together to repair the intestinal lining. The supplemental resources that are used in Phase 2, detox and de-stress, are the following. Blueprint GI Alive, which helps nourish and support specific structures in your GI tract. Blueprint EnviroPro helps safely remove insecticide, pesticide, and environmental toxins, such as heavy metals, from your cells. Blueprint Clear helps bind these toxins and remove them from the body. Blueprint Shield targets any underlying viruses, bacteria, or microbes that could be compromising your immune system. Blueprint Cortisol B helps neutralize the stress response in your body to support the detox process and reduce overall anxiety. Synergistically, these all work together to detox and de-stress the body. The supplemental resources that are used in Phase 3, Replenish and Rebuild, are the following. Blueprint Balance, which helps with our acidifying factors in the digestive system. We need this balance to digest food properly. Blueprint Immune contains naturally extracted colostrum from New Zealand to support your immunity, especially the thymus gland, which is the command center of the immune system. Blueprint Biotic Pro are clinically studied probiotics to help repopulate good bacteria in our intestinal tract. Blueprint Plant Pro is a revolutionary plant blend to provide a high amino acid profile in a plant-based protein to nourish your body during this rebuilding and replenishing phase. Synergistically, this all works together to replenish and rebuild the digestive system. Unfortunately, health is not a state we can stay in without effort. We feel it is important to continue with a full-spectrum wellness approach to ensure lasting results. Most programs do not have a follow-up program to ensure your health and well-being long-term. There have been decades upon decades of research and development about the health and wellness of individuals. We wanted to take a simple and fundamentally sound approach to decreasing inflammation, neutralizing stress, improving sleep, incorporating pain-free exercise, and simplifying a nutritional and supplemental lifestyle plan. Our Blueprint to Wellness program does this by introducing a 3-part supplement regimen supported by an anti-inflammatory eating plan. It is simple, effective, and a fun way to continue with your health journey after restoring your gut integrity. Well, we would like to say thank you for joining us today, and also that we're excited for you as you get ready to embark on your journey of recovery and a lifetime of wellness. We would love to further help you, and that process starts now. We can't wait, and we look forward to helping you.